did. And, Dad, yes, you were right. My father said yesterday you and Terry went on and on and on and on about there. No snow, no snow. That means it's going to snow. Guess what? It's snowing outside. Hey!
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Welcome back. Still to come, actor Nick Moran and his terrifying tale of making a movie in Nigeria.
Yeah, frightening. Actor Chris Bisson is still with us.
Yay!
And as an added incentive for people to hang on grimly and cling to the wreckage, we'll be all tucking into delicious beef stew and dumplings, courtesy of Chef Lottie Duncan. Yum!
Now, it was first used by Russian Olympians to ease the aches and pains of competing at the highest level. It's now being used as an alternative health treatment in the UK. It's called SCENAR, and it's a kind of electrical acupuncture.
Oh, really?
It's being hailed as a miracle treatment and is said to relieve all sorts of disorders from muscular pain to depression, all without drugs and surgery. Now, we followed patient Wendy Kirby as she underwent SCENAR to see if it lives up to all the hype.
OK.
Let's see, Wendy, you came in last week. How have you been doing since that session?
I have problems with my liver, as you know, and that feels rather sore today.
So we'll start by setting you up in the Dreamweaver. What we're encouraging the body to do is to respond to higher reactions, initial reactions, these are called. And how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling much better.
How's the liver?
It feels a lot less tender than it was before.
Right.
It feels like something shifted.
It will continue to clear. And the other side, where we were working on the other ribs?
Yes, it feels fine now.
Good. You look great.
Well, I feel absolutely fantastic. I feel a lot calmer, a lot more centred. I feel wonderful.
Now, I'm delighted to say Wendy is with us, along with SCENAR Master Practitioner Benedict Howard. Welcome, both of you.
Well done.
Now, Benedict, that's the actual contraption. What is it?
It's a... Well, SCENAR stands for Self-Controlled Neuroadaptive Regulation. In other words, what it does is it doses the body with little electrical voltages and different frequencies. And so it helps the body to heal.
It's not like those little things you buy in the chemist that you stick to your skin. And go
it's very similar to a TENS unit, except it's far more elaborate. It has biofeedback associated with it, and we can change the rate that the currents are going into the body.
So is it to cure you, or is it just to ease the pain?
In England, it's registered as a device for pain management.
Right.
And so if you have like a sprained ankle or with your shoulder like we were working on earlier, you can get a lot more motion in there very, very quickly.
OK, so Wendy, to you now. Why did you go and have this treatment?
I have a condition called hepatitis C, and hepatitis C is a virus that attacks the liver, and I get a lot of pain, and I feel very sluggish a lot of the time. And I went along to see if some of the energy could be moved around the body, because my liver doesn't detox properly.
Right, so obviously you weren't going for a cure, you were going for pain relief.
Well, maybe in the long term, who knows, but at this moment it's the symptoms that were being treated. And
how did you feel afterwards? I mean, you said there you felt wonderful, fantastic.
I did. I went in with a raging headache, and I came out without one. I felt more relaxed, and I felt happier, because part of hepatitis C is depression.
Right.
And I felt my spirits had been lifted.
How incredible. So what can it help?
Any situation where the body's in pain. So if we can locate where the pain is on the body, then we start with those points. What it does is it's similar to the Star Trek device where you see him scanning over the person's body. We have to actually put this in contact with the skin. And when I put it on there, you hear that beep. It's an initial reaction that's coming up. That tells me where the body is hot and slow, or fast and slow. So I can really find out and locate the area that we can then start to treat. So the types of conditions are, again, where there's pain, but also it could be for, as with Wendy, is like a byproduct is the emotional relief as well.
Is this legitimate? I mean, you know, do people say, "Oh, he's a bit of a dodgy guy. Go along and have that," or is this all totally legit? And the medical industry are now saying, "Do you know what? This does work."
Well, it's registered here as and CE approved as a device for pain management here in England. In Germany, it's used by about 1,000 doctors for all different sorts of diseases. In Russia, there's approximately 11,000 units that are used in the medical industry there.
Is it temporary respite, though?
No.
It's not a long-term cure?
This is very long-term. I mean, this can deal with situations that's been, like with Wendy, a long, long time in a person's body. And so we can help. What it does is basically it jump-starts the body back into health.
What I'm intrigued by is, yes, you were treating me earlier. I have capsulitis and tendonitis in my shoulder, and I'm in 24-hour pain with it. But is this going to be the sort of thing now that, is it just because I want it to get better because I've tried everything that it's going to work for me? Is it mind over matter with this, or is it really...
No, it's not mind over matter. This is why I actually have started working with this unit, is that it very specifically doses, and then there's a biofeedback mechanism in the heads here that relate back to the body as the body shifts. So it's very deep causative effects that it changes the body. It's nothing to do with the mind so much. However, the mind can block any sort of healing.
Yeah. Before we build up people's hopes tremendously, what do the medical fraternity in this country think about it? Do doctors think it works? Do doctors
Doctors are using this unit in this country, and it's working very well for them. In fact, they're developing new protocols. There's a whole new protocols that are coming out of the research that people are doing with this.
Oh, well.
But of course we're saying that people should always speak to their doctors. We're not saying that you're a doctor, but you're a healer with this with the SCENAR, and that people obviously, if they're worried about a condition, then they should go to their doctors. But this certainly, you're saying it has helped you immensely.
It has definitely helped me. I've tried many different alternative treatments in the past, and what is wonderful about this is it works so quickly, and it feels a bit like being kissed. It's very gentle.
Tell me about it. I'm rather excited that I can lift my arm for the first time in...
Well, I'm excited you're lifting it as well.
You can start on your knees next.
Yes.
Both of you, thank you very, very much indeed. Thank you.
Well done.
I'll try it. Do you know why your knees are sore? It's all those years on Wogan when people grabbed your knee.
Yeah, you used to drive me mad.
I know, you
Don't
didn't like
do
that,
it.
did you?
No. Stop it.